Hello again and welcome to the first lesson in section 1 of the course Practical English, Building Attraction, Friendships and Relationships. So the first lesson we're going to do in the course is the present simple. Why should I learn this? We should learn this because the listener is interested in and wants to know facts that are true for you at the present time. So the function of the present simple is we use it to talk about a fact which is always true. So for example, she comes from from London. A fact that is true for a long time. Example, I work in an office. Habits and routines. She takes a shower every morning. He goes to the cinema every weekend. So here we can see the timeline diagram and present simples for the present. The grammar structure for a positive sentence is subject plus verb 1. Example, I live in an apartment. She likes chocolate. Remember to add s or es to the verb if the subject is he, she or it. So here we have she in the sentence. We need to add s or es to the verb. This is very important when we pronounce the verbs. We have to stress the s or es sound. She likes chocolate, not she like chocolate. Make sure you pronounce the S. For most verbs we add an S. For verbs ending in the letters CH, SH, SS, X, Z, we add ES. So if we take a look over here at these words, here we have one ends in CH, becomes watch, becomes watches. Wish becomes wishes. Assess becomes assesses. Fix becomes fixes. Buzz becomes buzzes. Over here we have different spelling endings, so we just add the S. Okay, before we look at this part, let's have some clarity on vowels and consonants. Vowels are the letters A, E, I, O, U, and consonants are all the rest of the letters of the alphabet. Excuse me. If a verb ends with a consonant plus the letter Y, we take out the Y and add IES at the end of the verb. So for example, we have fly, L is a consonant, Y becomes flies, IES. If a verb ends with a vowel plus the letter Y, we only add S at the end of the verb. So here we have A, vowel, plus the letter Y becomes plays, only an S. Irregular verbs, go becomes goes, do becomes does, have becomes has. Okay, so the grammar structure for negative sentence in the present simple is subject, don't or doesn't, depending on your subject, plus verb 1. Example, I don't eat meat. He doesn't come from Italy. Notice how we do not add s or es to the verb in negative sentences with subjects he, she, it. Okay, it's he doesn't come, no s or es in the verb. The verb has will change to have. The n apostrophe t equals not and gives us the negative tense. It's important we stress this sound in pronunciation. Okay, don't, doesn't. Present simple questions. Structure is do or does, plus the subject, plus verb 1 again. Example, do you own your house? Does your best friend, he or she, have a job? Notice again how we do not add s or es to the verb in the questions with subjects he, she or it, and in this case the verb has changed to have. The structure for the answers to a present simple question will be yes, subject, do or does, depending on your subject. No, subject, don't or doesn't, depending on your subject. So, now that we have learnt the present simple, how can we use it to be more interesting and engaging to the listener? Well, be specific, don't generalise. For example, if I say, I watch TV. Most people watch TV, so it doesn't say much about you and won't hold the listener's attention. If, for example, I say, I watch science documentaries, this tells the listener you have a keen interest in the subject of science, you want to learn more, and you take some form of action to do so. It's much more engaging for the listener. Likewise, if I say I drink milk, okay, it's a little more interesting as it is not tea or coffee like most people have, but it's still not so engaging for the listener. If, for example, I say, I drink fat-free milk because it's good for my health. This tells the listener that your health is important to you and you take practical steps to maintain it. Again, it's much more engaging for the listener. So, practice. Let's now put into practice what we have learnt from the present simple to get to know ourselves better, which we can then use to be more engaging to the listeners. Click the link in the description under the video. We're going to complete an exercise for the present simple. That link should take you to this exercise here. Okay. Your task is to use the verbs here, or you can use your own verbs if you like. These are just very common verbs that are used, but you don't have to use them if you have other verbs you want to use. So use the verbs below to make sentences that are true for you. These can be in either the positive or negative form. Try to be specific and as interesting as possible. If you would like, you can leave your best examples in the comment section below the video. I will take a look. I will correct your sentences if needed. So if you have enjoyed the first lesson here on the present simple, please press the like button. Don't forget to subscribe so you will be able to get more videos as I upload them in the future.